All right, you guys, thank you so much for attending our 10-minute Sundays at 7, 10-minute workshop series. This is hopefully the first is what's going to be um hold on just a second. I can hear myself in a bunch of different places. Okay, there we go. That's better. See, technology is great when it works, right? So hopefully this will be the first of many different 10-minute workshops, 10-minute workshops in the series, so that we can talk about things, we can have these conversations, and then once they're no longer live, once we're watching the replay, we'll be able to rewatch them later. Now, you won't have to watch them in order to kind of get the gist. It's not like going to class, like algebra class or anything like that, where you have to know the class before in order for all the rest of the classes to make sense. Ideally, you should be able to pop in and out of the workshops as we do them. But I will say that the one that I'm going to talk to you about today, which is being social on social media, is probably one of the foundational workshops that I hope to bring to you over the next couple of weeks, because it's something that is incredibly important to our social selling business. But also, I think it's something that we maybe forgot how to do over time, or maybe social media has been such a part of who we are for so long that we've kind of forgot what it's designed to do. So anything that we talk about here in the workshops, I'm happy to follow up with you if you want to make a one-on-one opportunity to have a coaching call or to have a separate chat. I'm happy to do that with you. But anyways, let's get started. It's now 7 o'clock on the nose. I've done about a minute and a half of housekeeping. Let's get to our 10 minutes of workshopping. So how to be social on Facebook to build your business organically. So first things first, if you're watching this workshop, it's because you want to build your business. So everything that I'm going to talk to you about is going to lead to a path of you having a stronger social media presence so that you can have a stronger social business. So one thing that I think we truly have forgotten is there's 3 parts to social media. There's you, there's another person or a group of people, your audience, and then there's actually the platform. Now, the way social media was designed to work was it was designed to facilitate conversations between you and your audience. So the platform helps you have conversations between you and your audience. Now, the way Facebook especially is designed to work is it's designed to connect you to people that you already know, that either it started out probably with you and your mom and your cousins and your next door neighbors and people that you actually know face to face. And maybe over time you've come to have friendships online of people who maybe you've never met before, and that's fine. But Facebook in particular is designed for you to talk to people that you already know, like, and trust, right? So now, way back in the day when Facebook first got started, I would literally comment on my Facebook wall, hey, who wants to meet at the park this weekend? And everyone in my town that had kids my kids' age would be like, hey, I can make it on Saturday, or no, I can't make it on Saturday. And that's how Facebook worked. And it was literally a place where you could go and do, really kind of, I don't want to say intimate, because intimate implies something a little different, but very much like a face-to-face facilitation type thing, hence Facebook, I think. Whereas now we don't necessarily put that kind of private information out there. And I think we've kind of gotten to a place where we do something that I like to call post and ghost, which is like, I post something, maybe even post and lurk. I post something, whatever's on my mind for the day, whatever's on my heart, whatever I feel like I need. If I'm looking for recommendations, but I do that and then I poof off the platform, or poof, I lurk into everyone else's messages. I'm scrolling, looking at people's stuff. So what happens is we're missing that back and forth communication between us and our audience. So the Facebook platform, and this is where your business comes into play. The Facebook platform recognizes and realizes that you're going on, posting something, and then just lurking and not actually re-engaging with other people's content. And so what they start doing is they really start filtering out a lot of the different people that might be seeing you, or you might be seen by, right? You might be not be seeing them and they might not be seeing you, because the platform realizes you're just posting and then kind of scooting on out of there, or scrolling and not reacting, commenting, liking onto other people's content. So like, even for example, even my own mother, who has a friend group of like 65 people on Facebook, says she never sees my posts. And I think it's because we don't interact with each other on Facebook. Why? Because she's my mother and we have other ways of interacting with each other, right? So somebody who has a very small audience, if somebody is say 65, and somebody who has an audience of over thousands, they're not seeing each other because they don't talk together on Facebook. So here is how we change that. Here's how we flip the script on that. We have to remember how to be social on social media. And what that looks like is taking the time to not just react to people, the hearts, likes, thumbs ups, huggy hearts. That's like my favorite, the huggy heart ones, but actually going in and commenting on other people's content. Now, that can look like actually going as you're scrolling, taking a second, looking at who's posting, looking at what they're posting, and seeing what kind of authentic comment you might like to say on that post. Now, if somebody's posting something about her daughter going to prom, I'm going to say, that kid looks beautiful. She's like a young teenage woman experiencing like something that's amazing in her life, and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to say, you know what a proud mama you must be. Congratulations. I hope she had so much fun. And bringing that truly human element and the back and forth communication between you and this other person. Now, I'm not saying be inauthentic, because I absolutely only want you to say things that are for realsies on your heart. And if you can't be nice, keep scrolling. But go in and have that moment, have that human moment. And congratulations on your promotion. Congratulations, that prom dress is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that stinks. I can't believe somebody stole your car. My thoughts are going out to you. I hope they find your car. Yes, I do know somebody who is really great with car repair, or I have somebody who's a great air conditioning repair person. But really going back and teaching Facebook that you want to talk to those people. And what's going to happen when you start actually having conversations with people again on Facebook, instead of like liking and just scrolling, is you're going to start to see different content in your timeline. So people are going to start to see you, and you are going to start to see more people because you've reached out and you're having those actual conversations with people. Now, again, don't overthink it. Just have the conversations. But here's what we do. Because we're business people and we're doing things in a very thoughtful way. Every time we get onto social media to make a post, meaning like I'm here because I have something to say, before I say that, I'm going to go and have a human connection with 10 other people every single time. And I tell you, I do this every single day. Every single day before I make a post, I have 10 interactions with other people first. And because I have the 10 interactions with other people first and then I post, immediately my information shows up in their timeline, because we have a connection. Now, notice through this whole thing that I have not said that you're promoting your business in their timeline, their posts, and in their comments. And I'm not saying necessarily that your post has to be about your business. What I'm trying to encourage you to do is realize that if you are not talking to people on social media, your content, no matter how gorgeous it is not being seen. It's just not. So here's what I encourage you to do. I have, there's 2 more minutes according to my little 10-minute workshop tracker here. So here's what I want you to do with the next 2 minutes. For the next 2 minutes, I want you to go to your Facebook profile. I want you to scroll through your Facebook profile and really take a good hard look at what kind of content you're sharing with your people. Now, I'm not talking to you today about what makes a great post and what kind of content is super valuable for your audience today. That'll come in a different workshop. But I want you to really look at what kind of content you're offering your people. Are you resharing other businesses to your page? especially other network marketing businesses. Not that we can't be supporting our friends, but we have to make sure that we're doing a balance of our own business and other people's businesses so as not to confuse our audience about what we represent. So, are you resharing? Well, I guess resharing is actually the thing. Is there a lot of resharing of other people's stuff where you're not allowing yourself to have really authentic moments with the people in your life where you're sharing your actual posts about you, your life, and the things that you like? So that's just one thing to consider when you're getting ready to make your posts. And I've got another minute here. So the next step you want to do then is go and take a look of who has been interacting with your content and what in content is the most popular. What do people like to see from you? What do they already engage with whenever you post something? I have somebody who in my timeline who consistently posts about her the business that she works for. It gets zero interaction. She posts one picture of with her and a family member, tons of interaction, 20, 30 likes, 10, 20, 30 comments, because that's the kind of thing that her audience is most interested in. And that makes sense because remember, that's what Facebook was designed to do, is it's designed to keep us connected to the people that we know, like, and trust in our lives. Okay, so here's my challenge to you as my 10 minutes are up. Every single day for at least for the next week, post comment on people's content either on their timeline or in your own timeline, making comments on their work authentically and in a very human way before you post. And then for the next week, watch what happens to the posts that you make and continue to do it, of course, for a while. But specifically for the next week, I want you to kind of audit your profile and do those things. And to keep it fast, because I know that sometimes we get overwhelmed in thinking that we never have enough time. Do yourself a favor and set a timer. And when that 10-minute timer goes off, just stop. Just stop trying to connect with people. And you might start out with just 5 connections in 10 minutes because you're not used to the scroll. Maybe it's going to take you a second to remember how to be human and have that content moment. But I promise you, over 5 days, if you've been setting a timer before you do your 5 to 10 connections, you'll get much faster at it and you'll really remember what it's like to just have a conversation with people that you know and love. All right, you guys, have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Thanks for coming to our first ever Sundays at 7 10-minute workshop. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Sunday. We'll talk to you later. Bye.